Hello. Intros are weird and I suck at them. I'm going to try and get better over time. This is the grinding episode. I'm going to try my best within maybe 20 minutes to get the team as close to level 35 as I can. The gameplay and the commentary will be recorded at two separate points in time. Probably the gameplay tomorrow morning and the commentary tomorrow night, and then I'll put them together in post. So, yeah. Here's like 15, 20 something minutes of a guy making digital creatures stronger while talking about mermaid cardboard. Enjoy the episode, and I'll see you guys later.
What's going on, Pokemon World and Tokusatsu Multiverse? It's Pokesatsu here, and welcome to another episode of the Pokemon Ruby Randomizer Nuzlocke. Now, I had fully set on grinding this episode, but we had a little surprise at the very beginning of the episode, and, well, here it is. I found a shiny Tentacool while grinding, and I'm just going to tell y'all right now, I was shook. That's why this clip right here would have been completely silent if I was recording an episode, like, in the time I was doing the grinding. And you can see, like, it took me a minute to realize, oh shit, I found a shiny. And I thought, well, style points, I'm going to throw the luxury ball, and it joins the team. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this Tentacool will probably not be on the team unless the other one dies, but stranger things have happened, so maybe I will add it at some point just for the style points, or just because. We'll see. But in this episode, this commentary is actually being recorded the next day, and hopefully you guys are okay with this. I can be open and clear with my thoughts on this series and other stuff like that. I even said in the intro that, like, I'd be talking about Mermaids cards and stuff like that. And basically, that's gonna be the point of this episode. Talking about this series, talking about Mermaids and all that other stuff. And how I wish I had some recording software to record my Switch or my laptop or something, so I could also do Yu-Gi-Oh content on this page, or page, channel, whatever. I wish I could do Yu-Gi-Oh content as well, because I love playing Yu-Gi-Oh now. Recently, with this Duelist Cup thing that they have on Master Duel, I'm not enjoying it that much. I got to Duelist level 15 or 16, I believe, and then I started losing, like, every duel, and it was problematic because, like, I was like, I've got one more duel before I give up for the night, and it was a stun deck, I believe is what they're called, where it's like every time I summoned a monster they flipped a card effect. And I'm actually going over the Tentacool right now, showing you guys, like, everything about it, like stats, ability, and everything. And I did that because I need to tell you guys right now, I'm going to have it on screen as I'm saying this. There are no cheats in this game. I have not put any cheats in this game. That was a completely full odds Tentacool that I found. And I was shook. Believe me, I was shook. But no, when I was like, I've got one more duel in me. So I go and I get on the Duelist Cup thing, and I get to a stun deck. I summon a monster, they flip a trap card, because I activated an effect, and it destroyed my monster, and I had to pass my turn, because that was my normal summon, and I couldn't special summon anything. So, that sucked, and then I eventually lost the duel, because I just couldn't do anything, and I hate decks like that. I really hate decks like that. But the deck that I love the most in this game is Mermaids. I've been playing Mermaids since I got back into Yu-Gi-Oh! Towards the middle of last year, 2024. I think it was like the middle of 2024. I started playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And my first deck when I came back was the deck that I used towards the end of... God, I can't even remember. I think, like, the deck I used was the Nordic cards, like Azir stuff. And I came back and I was like, well, I want to use a strong deck, but I don't want to be meta. I hate meta players because, like, I don't want to be sweaty about the game. So they were like, well, you can run Shark. It's pretty good, and it's not meta. And I'm like, I guess. But No, I looked around and I had a lot of stuff going on in my life outside of Yu-Gi-Oh, outside of work and everything. And I ended up doing the Mermaids cards. And ever since then, I have been doing whatever I can to make the deck as good as possible. I've been using the Armored Xyz engine, I've been using an Ice Jade engine, I've been using a Fish engine, I've been using so much stuff, trying to get everything about this deck working, to the point where I've actually tried implementing 2 engines in one deck at the same time. Kind of like how U-Bell players will use like Unchained and Fiendsmith. I'm the guy playing Mermaids, Armored Xyz, Ice Jade. Just because it is what it is. I think it's a really cool concept. How I can add like 5 cards to the deck and easily make it a lot better. And people say that when you get to 40 cards, the decks start becoming inconsistent. And I have to say I disagree, because I think the way I calculated the percentages, I'm getting victories or wins or whatever at least 87% of the time, and I'm completely fine with that. Decks that really bother me though are like Horus and Ryzeal, but I'll find a way around them. I'm even having less difficulty with Malice now, which is really cool. But I honestly don't know. See, when it came to this grinding episode, I didn't expect that I'd have to record 15 straight minutes of non-gameplay commentary, and how I don't even have to look at the screen for anything, because I just don't need to. This is pre-recorded, I know what happens. But when it comes to the Mermaids cards, I have to say this right now. If you want a person to get back into Yu-Gi-Oh! And you want them to learn a not completely meta, but decently strong deck, I highly recommend anything with Link summoning. I'm not telling you to tell them to use Mermaids, but trust me, it would be a really good thing to do for them, because they can set up a tower and then they can learn as they go. I've seen so many people, I'll look up like decks online and just see them, and I'm like, I've made that better. I've made that better. I've made that better. And I'm not trying to say I'm the best Mermaids player. I will never be the best at anything. But it's just when it comes to the Mermaids deck, I love it so much, because I can easily set up my Aqua Argonaut, and then sometimes I can even like special summon Mermaids Seahorse, and then special summon Sea Archiver, instantly go into my Armored Xyz package, and sometimes the card I draw is Ice Jade Ran Agerine, and I can immediately special summon that by discarding a water monster and getting Ice Jade Gamir Agerine on the field. So my board will end up looking like Aqua Argonaut in the extra monster zone, with Xyz Armor Fortress in the middle, and Ice Jade Ran Agerine next to it on the left. And it's with Trickstar Aqua Angel being in defense mode next to Aqua Argonaut's Link, so that it can't be destroyed in battle, and then Aqua Argonaut isn't affected by card effects. It has 3 equips for its negate. It's just overall a really good strategy, and I love how a lot of the ways you have to break it are classic Yu-Gi-Oh things. Like, there was one guy on there that I set up my full board, and he threw out Lava Golem, and it made me almost cry. So it's like, it is what it is on that. Yu-Gi-Oh has always been a finicky, weird game, but I love the Armored Xyz engine because it works so well with Mermaids, with the fact that like it can easily activate its effect if I summon a Mermaids monster second. Because if I have Dark Knight Lancer on the field and another monster becomes equipped in the equip card, its effect still activates, letting me attach one of my opponent's monsters as an Xyz material to Lancer. It's really good. These two mesh together so well, to the point where I don't think I can run pure Marincess anymore, because it just doesn't feel right to do so when it's just infinitely better because of this engine. And then when it comes to the Ice Jade, I run 3 Ice Jade Ran Agerine, and I run 1 Ice Jade Gamir Agerine, just to sort of, not really an engine on that, it's more of like a little package to try and get it on the field. Because I think it prevents monsters from being destroyed or banished or something like that. And it's really cool how these effects work in tandem together. Now, people have been running Ice Jade Gamir Agerine with Marincess even before I even found the deck. So I understand. Like, I'm finding nothing new. The Armored Xyz was completely me, as far as I know, because I have seen no other deck online use it. And I'm glad about that. Actually, I even posted on my Instagram, which, shameless plug if you guys want to go follow over there, I posted a strategy guide for Armored Xyz in Marincess, and I love it. It's just really interesting how far you can go with the game. Sorry for like the sniffling and maybe a nasally sounding voice. I'm recording this at like nearly 9 in the morning the next day after this footage is being recorded, and I just kind of wanted to get the episode out today so I can record another one. I took like 10 days away because I had work and other stuff to do, and I hated that. I hated how I went nearly 10-11 days without making some kind of content, to the point where like I recorded 2 TCG Pocket videos, which take like a minute because they're shorts, and excuse me, just wanting to do something, and that's what it ended up being. So I felt bad. If you ever see me taking a break from content and not posting, it's genuinely because like my life is too hectic at that time point where work is too much for me, my personal life is becoming too much, and YouTube is right now just kind of a hobby. See, for a lot of people starting YouTube, their first like couple of years, this is a hobby. It can't be a job if you're not getting paid for it, and sometimes the motivation to do this is also as low as the pay, because I'm not getting paid for this right now. And I'm not saying I only want to do it for the money. That is not it at all. Now, I'd love to make this my career, but the problem is I have a career right now that actually pays me money, and if that needs to come first, well, it's obviously going to. And I don't know how to fully word that without sounding like, if I come off as negative or something I say comes off as offensive, understand that there's no intent in that. There's no intent on being negative or offensive towards anyone, and if it does come off that way, man, my character just cannot walk straight. But if it comes off as offensive, understand that was not my intent. And I'm looking at the shiny again because like I am shook. I'm still shook because I can't believe this at all. How I found a shiny right at the beginning of the grinding, and I'm gonna have on screen again right here that I genuinely have no cheats in this game. And it's just, and of course I ran into a trainer, but honestly I tried skipping a lot of trainer battles in this episode or in this series if I could, so that's fine. I don't really mind showing you guys that I just, one-shot the Smoochum and called it a day. But actually the timer is about to run up, and I have other stuff I need to do today. For instance, finishing the editing on this video
and hopefully recording 1 or 2 more. Like I said, it's around 8, 9 in the morning. I'd like to do 1 or 2 more episodes. So, the grinding's about to come to an end, and I know that I've been kind of rambling for the past 15, 16 minutes, and I'm glad that people actually want to hear this, or they want to, see content from me. They want to, help me and support me, because I genuinely love doing this. And yes, Genie finally learned a fighting type move, and it had to be high jump kick. I was hoping it would be something else, but regardless, the episode is about to end, and I'm glad you guys took the time to listen to me ramble about Mermaid Cardboard, my personal life, and YouTube. And of course, the grinding. There was not a lot in this episode, but I'll see you guys in the next episode, and take care.